In the depths of history, there was a man named David. David was a successful businessman with a loving wife and two beautiful children. He had a big house, several cars, and everything he could ever want. However, David was not happy. He was always stressed, always working, and never took the time to appreciate the good things in his life. One day, David was diagnosed with cancer. He was shocked and scared, and he couldn't believe that this was happening to him. He started undergoing treatment, and his life was turned upside down. He had to take time off work, and he was too sick to spend time with his family. He felt like his life was falling apart. As David went through his treatment, he started to feel more and more grateful for the things he had taken for granted. He realized that his health was more important than his job, his cars, or his possessions. He started to appreciate the love and support of his family, the kindness of his doctors and nurses, and the beauty of the world around him. One day, David met a young girl in the hospital. She was also undergoing treatment for cancer, and she looked so sad and scared. David started talking to her, and he realized that she had no family or friends to support her. He decided to be her friend, and they started spending time together, playing games, and sharing stories. David's friendship with the young girl changed his life. He realized that he could make a difference in the world, even if he was sick. He started volunteering at the hospital, spending time with other patients, and helping them to feel less alone. He started to feel grateful for the opportunity to make a difference, and he felt like his life had a new purpose. As David's treatment continued, he started to feel better. His cancer went into remission, and he was able to return to his job and his family. However, he was no longer the same person. He had learned to appreciate the good things in his life, and he had discovered a new sense of purpose in helping others. David's story spread through the hospital, and soon, people all over the city were inspired by his courage and gratitude. They started to realize that even in the darkest times, there is always something to be grateful for. They started to appreciate their health, their families, and the little moments of joy in their lives. One day, David was invited to speak at a local radio. He was nervous, but he knew that he wanted to share his story with as many people as possible. As he took the stage, he looked out at the sea of faces in the crowd. He saw people of all ages and backgrounds, all gathered together to hear his story. David started to speak, telling his story from the beginning, how he was once a successful businessman who had it all but didn't appreciate any of it until he was diagnosed with cancer. He talked about his journey, his fears, and the lessons he learned along the way. He talked about the young girl he met in the hospital and how she changed his life. As David spoke, the audience listened intently. They were moved by his words, and many of them were wiping away tears. David talked about the power of gratitude and how it had helped him find meaning and purpose in his life. He talked about the importance of cherishing the people and things we have in our lives and not taking them for granted. After David's speech, the audience gave him a standing ovation. They were inspired by his courage and his message of gratitude. David felt overwhelmed with emotion, knowing that he had made a difference in people's lives. From that day on, David continued to speak at podcasts and other events, sharing his story and his message of gratitude with anyone who would listen. He became a popular motivational speaker and author, inspiring thousands of people with his words and his actions. He even started a charity to help children with cancer, inspired by the young girl he had befriended in the hospital. David's story is a powerful reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always something to be grateful for. He learned that true happiness and fulfillment come not from material possessions or career success, but from the love of family and friends, the kindness of strangers, and the beauty of the world around us. David's story is a testament to the power of gratitude, and it serves as an inspiration to us all to cherish the people and things we have in our lives and to never take them for granted.